Good afternoon, class. So, before we start, Luby, please lead the prayer. Then, before you sit, please pick up the papers and arrange your chairs. So, please raise your hand when I call your name. Art, David. So please. So let's start. So we are going to review first. So una-una po, ano po ba muna yung ating classroom house rules? So una-una, respect each other. Treat everyone with kindness and respect. So be ready to learn, come to class on time and prepared. Follow instructions, follow directions quickly and carefully. Be responsible, keep your work area tidy and organized. Use technology appropriately. Use electronic device only when instructed by the teacher. And help create a positive environment. So, let's mag-review po muna tayo dito sa ating pong topic last time. So, ang topic po natin last time is all about permutation and combination. So, what is permutation? What is permutation, Mr. Frankie? So that's correct. Permutation is the number of ways things can be ordered or arranged. Kung ang permutation is ito yung tumutukoy sa number of ways kung at dito yung arrangement po niya ay nagmamatter. So kumbaga yung pagkasunod-sunod ay mahalaga. So yun, ano nga ba yung formula natin para makuha natin yung permutation? So our formula is n factorial over n minus r factorial. So solve po natin ngayon yung 5p factorial. So ito, kung makikita po natin sa board, sulat po natin yung formula n factorial over n minus r factorial. So kunin po natin is 5 permutation 2. Yan. 5 pala. So, 5 factorial is equal to 5 minus 3 factorial. So, may ito 5 factorial over 5 minus 3 equals to 2. Yan. So, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 factorial. So, awagin po natin sa sagot is 5 times 4 times 3, 2 factorial over 2 factorial, cancel na 2 factorial, then 5 times 4 is equal to 20 times 3, so 60.7. So, gets po. So, let's proceed na po sa combination. So, ano po ba yung combination? Mr. Chopper? So, ayan po, thank you. So, combination po is, nagdidil din po ito sa arrangement ng mga bagay-bagay. But this time po sa combination is, hindi ito nagmamatter sa kanya yung arrangement. So, meron din po tayong formula para makuha po ito. So, ang formula po natin is n factorial over r factorial n minus r factorial. So, ngayon po sagutan naman po natin yung 6c factorial. So, papakita ko sa inyo sa board. So, 6c factorial. 6c. So, ito po, gamitin po natin yung formula kanina na n factorial over r factorial n minus r factorial. So, ito pong n yung 6 natin, 6 factorial over r factorial natin po is ang r po natin is yung 3. So, 3 factorial po ito. Then, 6 minus 3 factorial. Yan. So, 6 factorial po, 6, 5, times 4, times 3 factorial, over 3 factorial, 3 factorial. So, kung makikita po natin dito, maka-cancel na po yung 3 factorial. So, maka-cancel na po natin. So, matitira na lang po 6, 5, and 4. tapos over 3 factorial. Alam naman po natin yung 3 factorial ay ang equivalent value po ng 3 factorial natin is 6. So, ibig sabihin po, makakancel na rin po yung 6 dito. Ang matitira na lang is 5 times 4. 5 times 4. So, magiging sagot po natin is 20. So, 6C3 po is equal to 20. Nagigets po ba? Yan. So, let's proceed na po. Yan. Ito po yung sinunod po natin kanina sa board. Yan. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng pretest para malaman po natin kung gaano po kalalim na po yung nalalaman po natin sa ating pong topic ngayong araw. So, dito po, kumuha lang po kayo ng 1/4 sheet of paper at sagutan po ninyo itong mga katanungan. So ayun, checkan po natin yung ating pretest. So ito pong pretest na ito, magagamit niyo po ito habang tayo po ay nagtatakil ng ating pinakang topic for today. Obserbahan niyo po siya kung paano po, obserbahan niyo po kung ano po ba yung pagkakamali niyo nung una, kung alin po yung tama niyo nung ginawa. So let's proceed na po. Yan. Nag-decide na rin po ba kayo gamit yung toss coin? Tapos, nagtumaya na rin po ba kayo sa mga ruleta na nakikita yun sa mga peryahan? So, meron po tayong mga activity ngayon. Ang tinatawag po activity na ba't swerte ka ba, boss? So, ang mechanics po na ating game is every student will toss the coin. If they get ahead, they have a chance to spin the wheel to win a reward. So, I have here the coin, which is, syempre po, yung coin po natin merong heads, tapos meron pong tails. So, kapag nakuha po ninyo yung head, meron po kayong chance na makapag-spin po sa ating pong wheel. So, ito pong wheel po na ito, meron po itong mga rewards. So, ayan po. Ganito lang po siya. Alam ba po, itutos po natin yung wheel natin, itutos po natin yung ating coin. Kaya pag nakuha po ninyo ito, gaya po nito, nakuha po ng heads, pwede po tayo mag-spin sa wheel. Diyan po, let's start. So, yung reward po ninyo ay dito po mag-base. Yan. Congratulations po, nakuha po niya po. So, bibigyan ko na lang po yung reward po ninyo pagtapos po ng ating klase. So, let's proceed na po. So, ano po ba yung na-notice po ninyo dun sa activity natin? Di ba po? Kumbaga po, doon po sa activity natin, makikita po natin na meron po tayong chance na makakuha po ng reward at the same time, ano po, meron din nga po tayong chance na hindi rin makakuha. So, what do you think is your chance to get the reward? Yun. So, thank you po. Yun nga po, meron po tayong dalawang choice lamang. Pag nakuha tayo ng tail, is wala tayong reward. Pag nakuha tayo naman ng heads, so ibig sabihin, magkakaroon po tayo ng reward. So ibig sabihin, meron tayong 50% chance para magkaroon ng reward. May katanungan na po ba? Okay, let's proceed. So ano po ba yung ating gusto ma-achieve dito po sa ating lesson? So unang-una po, identify and differentiate independent and dependent events. Pangalawa is explore the concept of probability. Present and demonstrate the concept of probability. Appreciate the concept of probability through solving real-life problems. So, what is probability? May idea po ba kayo sa probability? Miss Nami? So probability po, it is something na nagdidil dun sa chance. Kumbaga po, probability is the measure of the likelihood of an event to occur. It is the chance. Yung chance na makuha yung isang bagay. Dati po yung simple na paliwanag sa probability. So based po dun sa, dito po sa probability, meron po tayong formula na, syempre po may formula po tayong sinusunod para po makuha yung pinakasagot po. So what do you think po? Ano po yung kanyang formula? So yan po. How to get a probability? To calculate probability, divide the number of desired or favorable outcomes by the total number of possible outcomes. Based po dun sa ating pong laro kanina, ilan po yung chance or the probability na makakuha ko po ng head dun sa toss coin? So, gaya nga po, sabi po dito is divide the number of desired or favorable outcomes by the total number of possible outcomes. So, yung possible outcome po natin kung tayo po nag-toss ng coin is 2. Tapos yung ating pong hinahanap lang ay heads. So, ibig sabihin 1/2. 1/2 is equal to 50% po. 50%. Ayun. So, ilan naman po yung percentage natin para makakuha ng reward na halimbawa ay yun sa Chukumutsu. So, meron po tayong dalawang Chukumutsu sa reward. Then, meron po tayong 10 total ng possible outcomes. So, ibig sabihin, 2/10 is equal to 1/5 po. So, that's our probability po. May tanong po ba? So, let's proceed na po. Ano naman po yung intersection? What is intersection? So, intersection is a point at which two or more things intersect. Halimbawa na lang po dito sa ating pong figure. The green po is intersection ng yellow and blue. Pwede po ba kayo magbigay pa ng mga other examples? So I have here a diagram po. I have here a diagram po. So the event A is odd numbers. The event B is numbers greater than 10 but less than or equal to 20. So ayan. So sa tingin niyo po, alin po dito yung intersection nilang dalawa? Tama po, ito po nasa gitna, di ba? So, ibig sabihin po niyan, kasama po yung 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19 sa odd numbers. And also, at the same time, ay kasama din po siya dun sa numbers greater than 10 but less than or equal to 20. Doon po sila nagpalagpo sa gitna. So, let's proceed na po. Naintindihan po ba yung lesson po natin ngayon? Okay. So, meron po tayong sagutan na problem. So, a person will pick a number from 1 to 20. What is the probability that he will pick an odd number at the same time is greater than 10 but less than or equal to 20? So, isolve po natin ito sa word. Since may formula po natin is number of favorable outcomes over total number of outcomes. So, ilan po ba yung numbers po natin dito? Di ba po 20? So, yung 20 po yung total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes. Tapos, ang favorable outcomes naman po natin, ito po 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Ilan po siya? 5 po, tama. So, ibig sabihin, 5 po yung ating favorable outcomes. So, ilagay po natin siya sa formula. Ang formula po natin is favorable outcomes over total number of outcomes. So, ibig sabihin, meron po tayo 5/20. Na kapag sinimplify po natin is 1/4. So, meron po tayo, or 25% po. So, meron po tayo 25% na mapili po natin doon sa 1 to 20 number na yun. Ang mapili po natin ay odd number at the same time is greater than 10 but less than or equal to 20. Naintindihan po? So, dito naman po, meron po tayong dalawang klase ng event. Yung independent event at yung dependent event. Ano po ba, pag sinabi niyo po bang independent, ano po yung pumapasok sa utak ninyo? Ayan po. Ano rin po pumapasok sa utak nyo kapag sinabing dependent? Ayan. So what is independent events? Independent events are the events that do not affect the probability of other events from occurring. So kumbaga po, the probability of A has no effect on the probability of B. Kumbaga kahit anong gawin natin doon sa event A at event B, wala silang effect sa kahit sa isa't isa. So kabaligtaran naman po ito ng dependent event. Yung dependent event naman, the occurrence of event A has an effect to the occurrence of event B. So, meron pa po tayong gagawin doon para po mas makuha natin probability sa dependent event. So, ayan. Dependent events are the events that affect the probability of other events occurring. Naiintindihan po? Ayan. Magbigay po tayo ng example. Yung atin po bang game kanina, ano po ba siyang event? Independent or dependent? Tama po, independent po. So, kahit mo nakalagay dito, getting ahead in a toss coin and getting Chukumuchu in spinning the roulette. Kumbaga, getting ahead in a toss coin has nothing to do with the getting a Chukumuchu and spinning the roulette. Let's have here the dependent event. Example ng dependent event. Drawing 2 hearts from the deck of cards without replacement. So, ibig sabihin, without replacement, hindi natin babalik yung cards. So I have here a card. I have here cards. So drawing 2 hearts from a deck of cards without replacement. So ibig sabihin, pag bumuno tayo ng isa, ilang bang cards yung mayroon tayo dito sa playing cards? Tama po, 52. So ilang hearts po meron tayo dito? Meron po tayong 13 hearts. So, the probability po na makakuha tayo ng heart ay 13 over 52, tama? Or 1/4. Eh, paano po kung bumunot ako ng isang card? Tapos ang nabunot ko po ay heart. So, ibig sabihin mo, mababawasan yung heart sa deck, at the same time, mababawasan yung total number of outcomes natin. So, ibig sabihin, magbabago rin po yung ating probability, which is magiging 12 over 51 siya. So, ibig sabihin, nagbago yung probability niya. Kaya meron siyang nakaka-apekto yung probability ng event A dun sa event B. Nagigets mo ba? Let's proceed. Yan. Meron po tayong activity po dito. Babasahin niyo po dito. Tell whether if they are independent or dependent events and explain why. So number 1, getting a tail after tossing a coin and rolling a die which turned a 3 face up. Mr. Rhino, please answer the number 1. That's right, it's an independent event because getting a tail after tossing a coin has nothing to do with rolling a die which turned 3 face up, right? Kumbaga wala siyang kinalaman doon sa isa't isa. So, it does not affect the probability or the occurrence of the event B. So, that's correct. Let's proceed to number 2. Getting a face card in the first draw from a deck of cards and a king of clubs in the second draw without replacement. So, dito, it is an dependent event. So, kumbaga, nabawasan yung card natin na hawak eh. So, ibig sabihin, mababago yung total number of outcomes natin. Pag nabago yung total number of outcomes natin, magbabago yung kanyang probability. Naiintindihan po ba? So, let's proceed. Mr. Pizarro, please answer po yung number 3. Choosing a black marble from a jar and getting a head from a toss coin. So that's right, but it is an independent event because choosing a black marble from a jar, it has nothing to do with getting a head from a toss coin. The event B, the occurrence of event A has no effect on the occurrence of event B. So, now maybe mas nakukuha nyo na po yung pattern, mas naiintindihan nyo na po yung idea. Tama po ba? So, dito naman po, punta naman po tayo. So, paano nga po ba natin makukuha po yung probabilities ng independent events at saka dependent events? So, puntahan po muna natin paano makuha yung probabilities of the intersection of independent events. So, yan. May rule number 1 po tayo, the multiplication rule. Given that events A and B are independent events, the probability of event A and B occurring is given by probability of A and B is equal to probability of A intersection B is equal to the probability of A multiplied by the probability of B. So meaning, kailangan po muna natin kunin yung probability ng event A natin. At kailangan din po natin kunin yung probability ng event B natin. And para makuha po yung probability of intersection nila, kailangan po natin sila ipag-multiply. Nagigets po ba? Yan. So meron po tayong example dito. Antonio is to use a snack with 1 drink and 1 meal given the following choices. So meron po tayong drinks, bottled water, and fruit juice. Sa meals naman, veggie burger, sandwich, and pancit. So what is the probability of Antonio choosing a fruit juice and a sandwich? So, isolve po natin siya sa board. So, ano po sa tingin nyo ating event A? Event A. So, event A, Antonio choosing a drink. Antonio choosing a drink. And ang event din naman po natin is Antonio choosing a meal. Kung natatandaan po ninyo yung ating po formula dun sa pagkuha ng probability, what is the probability po na makuha si Antonio ng fruit juice? Mr. Law. So, that's right po. It's 1/2. 1/2. Probability of event A is equal to 1/2. Kasi dalawa lang po siya, bottled water and fruit juice. Ang hinahanap lang po natin is probability na makakuha tayo ng fruit juice. So, ibig sabihin, 1/2 or 50% yung chance na makakuha si Antonio ng fruit juice. So, ano naman po yung probability ng ating event B, which is Antonio choosing a meal? Probability of event B is equal to yun po, so tatlo yung ating total number of outcomes. Tama. So ang hinahanap naman natin is si Antonio makakuha ng sandwich. So therefore, meron siyang 1/3 na probability para makakuha ng sandwich. So i-apply naman po natin yung formula natin sa intersection ng independent event para makuha natin yung kung ilan yung chance niya na makakuha ng combination of fruit juice at saka sandwich. So, proceed po tayo sa formula natin. Ang formula natin is B, A, and B. A and B is equal to P, A intersection B is equal to P, probability of A times the probability of B. So, nakuha na po natin yung probability of A, which is the 1/2, times the probability of B is 1/3. Is equal to 1/6. Tama po? So, ngayon po, i-check naman po natin, paano po ba natin malalaman kung tama po ba yung 1/6 na, 1/6 po natin nakuha. So, ngayon po, ilista po natin yung mga possible outcomes or mga possible na combination ng ating meals and drinks. So, ayan po. Ayan po, dito po tayo sa checking. Una-una po, combination butter and veggie burger. Water and sandwich. Water and pancit. Fruit juice and veggie burger, fruit juice and sandwich, and fruit juice and pancit. So kung makikita po natin, sa isang beses lang po siya nag-appear. Kumbaga po, 1/6 ito na po yung kanyang lahat ng possible combinations. Hindi na po kayo makakabuo ng iba pang combinations po dito. And sa isang beses lang po siya nag-appear. So ibig sabihin, tama po yung nakuha po natin na 1/6. Sa isang beses lang po siya nakuha sa anin po. Tama po ba? Naiintindihan po ba? So let's proceed na po. So mag-board work naman po tayo. Yung tatawagin ko po, please solve this on the board po. So first, what's the probability of getting a heads in a toss coin and getting to umucho in the roller? Ayan po. Ayan. Yung event A natin is getting a head. Event B is getting to umucho. So this is our formula. Alam naman po natin na tossing, getting a heads from a toss coin, ang probability niya is 1/2. Dahil meron tayong dalawang tumumunod sa ruleta natin, and 10 yung total number of outcomes. So meron tayong 1/10, and it is equivalent to 10%. So, Ms. Robin, please solve this on the board. The probability that an investment will earn interest is 0.25. If you and your friend will invest, what is the probability that neither of you will earn interest? So, yun. Thank you. Yung event A po natin is you will earn interest. Then our event B is your friend will earn interest then. So, ang probability na pareho kayo mag-earn ng interest is 0.25. So, ang tanong po dito, nakalagay kasi sa question natin is, neither of you will earn interest. So, ibig sabihin, wala sa inyo yung mag-earn ng interest. So, kailangan natin siya i-minus sa 1. Kaya natin nakuha yung 0.75. So, ilagay natin yung formula, ipag-multiply natin yung dalawa para makuha natin yung percentage na neither of you will get an interest. Right? So, nakuha natin 0.5625. So, therefore, the chance that neither you or your friend will earn interest is 56.25%. Any questions so far? So, what if kunin mo naman natin yung percentage na ikaw at yung kaibigan mo mag-earn ng interest? So, ang mangyayari, so, given na natin yung 0.25. So, ang gagawin na lang natin is to multiply them para makuha yung kanilang probability. So, nakuha naman po tayo dito ng 6.25% na yun po yung probability na pareho kayo mag-earn ng interest. So, ngayon po, mag-check naman po tayo. I-check po natin kung sasakto po ba siya sa 100%. Kasi po na po natin nakuha is 56.25%. Tama po ba? And meron na po tayong, yun po yung unang combination. Yung kayo pareho ay hindi kayo makakuha ng interest. Pangalawa, pareho kayong nagkaroon ng interest. Meron pa pong dalawa, which is yung ikaw makakuha ka ng interest pero yung kaibigan mo hindi. So, isolve po natin yun. Ayan po, ikaw makakuha ka ng interest yung kaibigan mo hindi. So, 0.25 times 0.75 is equal to 18.75%. And ganun din po yung percentage niya kapag siya yung nagkaroon ng interest tapos ikaw naman yung wala. So, i-check natin kung makaabot nga siya ng 100%. Yan. So, ito na po yung mga nakuha natin, yung mga percentage na sinunod natin kanina. So, 56.25, neither of you will earn interest. 6.25, you and your friend will earn interest. And 18.75, you will earn interest, but your friend will not. And your friend will earn, and you will not earn interest. The total of that is 100%. Do you guys have any question? So let's proceed. I have here 3 items that you need to solve in your notebook. Please solve it in your notebook. So, let's proceed naman sa probability of intersection of dependent events. So kanina, kinuha natin yung probability ng independent event. Ngayon, kunin naman natin yung probability ng dependent events. So, i-recall nga natin ano yung meaning ng dependent event. Mr. Art? Ayan. Tama po. So, pag sinabi natin yung dependent event, ito yung walang, kumbaga the occurrence of event B has nothing to do with the occurrence of event A. Right? So, let's proceed. Ayan. So, dito, may konting pagbabago lang po tayo sa formula. Given that events A and B are dependent events, the probability of events A and B occurring are defined by P, A and B is equal to P, A intersection B is equal to probability of A times the probability of B given A. So, yan. So, ibig sabihin, we need to consider the occurrence of event A before para makuha natin yung pinakang probability ng intersection of events. Nagigets ko ba? So, kailangan natin ng example. So, ito. Drawing 2 cards from a deck of playing cards without replacement. What is the probability of getting a hearts in both draws? So, ayan. Meron nga po dito cards. So, yung cards po natin, di ba po 15 to? So, meron po dito 30 na cards na hearts. So, pag bumunod po ako ng isa, at nakapuha nga po ako ng hearts, mababawasan yung number of cards na hawak ko. So, ibig sabihin, yung nandito, 12 hearts na lang yung nandito. And, meron na lang tayong 51 na total number of outcomes. So, ilagay natin, isulat natin para makita na lang. So, ang event A natin, event A is getting a heart on the first draw. Yung event B naman natin, getting a heart on the second draw. Getting a heart. So what is the probability na makakuha ng card sa unang draw? Di ba, nabanggit ko kanina na meron tayong total of 52 cards and meron tayong 13 na hearts. So ibig sabihin, event A is equal to 13 over 52. At pwede na natin siya masimplify. So pwede siya maging 1/4. Tama? And yung event B naman natin, paano natin makuha yung event B? Diba, bumunod nga tayo ng isang card. Tapos yung card na yun, heart din. So, ibig sabihin, mababawasan yung hawak nating heart. Magiging 12 na lang siya. At the same time, kapag bili lang natin yung hawak, kulang din siya ng isa. So, magiging 51 siya. 51. Ayan. So, ilagay lang natin siya sa formula. Kulang pa to eh. Kailangan po natin siya ipag-multiply para makuha po yung pinaka-probability niya. Ilagay natin sa formula. A and B is equal to probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A times the probability of B given A is equal to 1/4 probability probability ng ating event B. So it is 12 over 51. Is equal to, mababawasan ko, makakancel, so may 6 over 51. Meron po tayo 6 over 51 na chance. Confirm pala ito. Ma-cancel ito. Dito, making 12 divided by 4, 3. So 3 over 51. Any question? May question po tayo sa pagkuha ng ating probability of intersection of the candidate again. Let's proceed. Ayan, ito na po yung sa atin nakuha kanina. So pag sinimplify po natin ito is 0.059 or 5.9% na makakuha tayo ng both cards sa pag-draw natin dito sa card. Nainggit po ba? So ayan, mag-bold na naman po tayo. Magsagot na naman po tayo sa board. So, Mr. Brooke, please solve this on the board. So, ang solve po natin, a jar contains 5 blue marbles and 3 red marbles. 2 marbles are selected without replacement. So, ang clue word po natin dito, isa po sa clue word na dependent siya, is without replacement. Kasi ibig sabihin po nun ay hindi mo ibabalik yung kinuha mo. So, ibig sabihin, mabawasan agad yung total number of outcomes. So, dependent event agad siya. So, what is the probability that both marbles are red? So, yan, isolve na po natin. Solve po natin. So, event A po natin. Event A ay getting a red marble on the first row. So what is the probability of getting a red marble from the first row? Right? It's 3 over 8. It's 3 over 8, right? Kasi meron tayo 3 red marbles and 8 yung total number of outcomes natin. Kasi meron tayo 3 red marbles and 5 blue marbles. So ibig sabihin, meron tayong 3 over 8 na chance na makakuha ng red marble sa unang bunot mo. So, event B naman. What's our event B? Dahil lang makabunot na tayo ng isang red marble, mababawasan ng red marble natin sa jar. So, magiging po na lang siya. At the same time, mabawasan din total number of outcome natin. Kasi nga, kumuha na tayo ng isang marble. So, magiging 7 na to. Tama? May tanong? At di lang po natatapos dito. Ilagay natin siya sa formula. Probability of A times the probability of B given A is equal to 3 over 8 times 2 over 7. Ayan, makikita po natin, pwede tayo makancel kung ano to, 4 dito, 1 dito. So, ibig sabihin, 3 over 28. May dalang po. Simplified lang po natin yung atin. So there is a 10.71 chance that we can put 2 red marbles in the jar. Simplified form lang po yung nasa board natin. So may activity na naman po tayo. Yung kanina, entitled na matswerte ka ba, boss? Yung ngayon, matswerte ka talaga. So ang mechanism ng game natin is the teacher will spin the roulette with the names of the students in it. Whoever was chosen by the roulette will answer the question on the board. Ready na po ba? So ayan. Meron pa tayong 5 katanungan. So mag-roll na po tayo ng ating ruleta. ang mahiwagang ruleta. Yan. So, una-una po, ang maswerte. Bonnie. Si Miss Bonnie po, please answer our first question on the board. Ating first question ay yan. A fair coin is tossed twice. What is the probability of getting heads on both tosses? Ayan. So, isolve na po natin. Solve po natin lahat. A fair coin is tossed twice. What is the probability of getting heads on both tosses? So, ano pong event ito? Ano sa tingin niyo, ano pong event ito? Tama. It's independent event. Kasi, dalawang beses pa lang naman tinos yung coin eh. Wala namang ibang nangyari, di ba? So, ito, pag tinos ko ito ng dalawang beses, wala namang babago sa probability nito, di ba? Yan. So, ang event A natin, ang ating event A, ay yung first toss natin. Yung first toss ng coin. Ang probability, what is the probability of a coin na makakuha ng heads? Di ba 1/2? 1/2. Then yung event B natin is equal to 100. So ang natin dito is, what is the probability of getting heads on both tosses? Sabi sabihin, kailangan natin siyang i-multiply pa. Yung sa formula natin kanina, 1/2 times 1/2. It is the probability of A times the probability of B is equal to 1/4. May question po ba? Pagkain muna natin yung nasa board. Ang ating pangalawang maswerte. So, Mr. Chopper, kasagutan naman po yung number 2 sa board. Ang number 2 po natin is, what is the probability of drawing a red card from a deck of playing card? So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi ko red card, it's either hearts or diamond, right? So, ilan ba yung hearts and diamond pag pinagsama? So, it's 26. So, ibig sabihin 26 over 52 is equal to 1/2, right? So, the probability of drawing a red card from a deck of playing card is 1/2 or 50%. So, let's proceed na po. Yan. Tara na naman tayo. Sino ang ating pangatlong maswerte? It's Carl. Carl, please solve this on the board. And the probability of getting a red marble from a jar that contains 5 red marbles and 7 blue marbles. Please solve that on the board. So dito po, anong klaseng event ko? Anong klaseng probability ko ito? Ano po sa tingin? Ito po ay simpleng probability lamang. Kasi po, wala siyang intersection. Wala siyang end na wala yung ating yung ating blue board na end. So, ibig sabihin, ang probability lang nito is 5/7. Kasi 5 yung red marbles and 7 blue marbles. So, ibig sabihin 5/12 pala. Sorry. 5/12 yung probability niya na makakuha ka ng red marble. Naigets ko ba? Okay. Ang ating pang-apat. King, please solve number 4 from the board. Ang number 4 natin is the probability of getting 2 red marbles from a jar that contains 5 red marbles and 7 blue marbles. So parang ganun na po kanina, pero dito naman, 2 red marbles na yung ating kukunin. So ibig sabihin, meron siyang intersection. At anong event po ito? Independent or dependent event? It is dependent event po. Kasi kapag bumunot ka naman ng isang marble, mabawasan ang total number of outcomes, di ba? So, isang natin. Yung event A natin, yung unang kuha natin ng marble. Event A. So, ilan yung probability nun? It's 5/12. 5/12. And then, yung event B natin, since nabawasan na nga lang isa yung ating red marble, magiging 4 na lang siya. Tapos, mabawasan din yung ating total number of outcomes. So, magiging 11 to. And ilagay natin siya sa formula na formula ng dependent events. So, probability of A times the probability of B given A is equal to 5/12 times 4/11. So, makakancel na ito. 1 tapos 3. So, 5/33. Naiget po ba? May katanungan po? Any question? Clarifications? Yeah, let's proceed. Last one. Magswerte ka. Bobby. Hindi ka na lang si Gary. Ayan. The last number pa natin is the probability of getting ahead in a toss coin and getting a 6 face up in a rolling die. Siguro naman, nagsasawa na kayo dito. Kanina pa natin sa natatapin yung tossing ng ating coin. So, what's the probability muna na pagkuha natin ng head sa toss coin? 1/2 dapat? 1/2, right? And getting a 6 face up in rolling a die. So, ilang face ba yung dice natin? 6. And ilan lang yung may nakalagay dyan na 6? Diba, isa lang. So, ang probability nun is, yung event natin is 1/6. So, kung kukunin natin siya, i-solve natin siya sa ito, independent event to. So, probability of A times the probability of B is equal to, event din natin is 1/2 times 1/6. So, ang probability niya na makakuha ka ng head at ako siya ng 6 is equal to 1/12. Any questions so far? Yan. Ito po yung ating mga sagot kanina. So, activity na naman po tayo. So, choose your partner and work by pair. The first duo who get the answer correct will have a chance to spin the roulette again to win a reward. Write your answer on 1/2 sheet of paper and present it to me. So first, what do you call an event which was the occurrence of event A has no effect on the occurrence of event B? So that's right, but it's independent event. So yung reward ko, mamaya na ito natin bibigay pagtapos ng klase. So, reward ng mga nakakuha. It's copy for copy. So next. What is the formula of getting the probability of intersection of independent event? So kanina pa po natin siya pinapaulit-ulit. So the formula of getting the probability of intersection of independent event is probability of A and B is equal to probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A times the probability of B. That's it. Next. How about the formula of getting probability of intersection of event? This is the formula of getting the probability of intersection of dependent events. Probability of A times the probability of B given A. You roll a die twice. What is the probability of getting a number greater than 3 in both attempts? So, ayan po, ang die lang naman, meron naman siyang 6 sides. So, ang hinahanap dito is the probability of getting a number greater than 3. So, ilan po ba yung number doon na greater than 3? Di ba tatlo? It is the number 4, 5, and 6. So, what is the probability na makakuha ka ng number na greater than 3 sa unang roll mo ng die? Is 3 over 6, right? 3 over 6. Tama? Is equal to 1/2. That's our event A. Yung event B naman natin, event B is equal to, ganun din, 3 over 6 is equal to 1/2. So, kung ilalagay natin sa formula, kung multiply lang natin, is equal to 1/2 times 1/2 is equal to 1/4. Nag-get ko ba? Okay. Drawing two cards from a deck of playing cards without replacement. What is the probability of getting a club on both draw? So, tatanungin ko muna kayo, anong klaseng event ito? Dependent event or independent event? It's dependent event po. Kung makapansin po ninyo, kadalasan sa dependent event, ay pareho lang talaga siya ng event. Like, get drawing a card, or picking ng marble sa jar. Di ba? Parang event lang siya. Unlike sa independent event, magkaiba yung talagang event nila. It's totally different events. So, sagutan natin ito. Drawing two cards from a deck of playing cards without replacement. What is the probability of getting a club on one draw? Parang ganun din ito kanina sa hearts natin. Unang draw natin, probability of disturbing over 52, which is 1/4. Tama? And yung event din natin is mabawasan nga yung total number of outcomes natin, naging 51. And yung total number of clubs natin is naging 12. So, 12 over 52 times 1/4. Yun po. Next. Yan. Mag-pistol ba tayo? Identify what kind of event and solve their probability. Write your answer in 1/2 sheet of paper with complete solution. Please. Yan, ito po yung answers niya. And for your assignments, students will work on a group of 5 to investigate a situation involving 2 intersecting events, calculate probabilities, and create a presentation to share their findings with the class. The deadline is next week, November 14, 2024. Imagine you are planning a school event, such as talent show. You want to analyze the interest level of students in 2 activities, singing and dancing. You will survey a group of students to find out how many are interested in each activity and how many are interested in both. So that's your task for to survey. To survey students kung sino yung gustong kumanta, kung sino yung gustong sumayaw, at kung sino yung parehong gusto yung dalawang ko. Ayun. So, steps to complete the task. Siyempre po, design the survey. Create a survey to ask at least 30 students if they are interested in singing, dancing, or both. At least 30 students po. So, ibig sabihin, hindi bababa ng 30. Pero pwede tumaas ng 30. Make sure to include options for students to indicate if they are interested in neither activity. Collect data, administer the survey to your classmates or other students in your school. Record the response in the table form. Analyze the data and calculate the following: the total number of students surveyed, the number of students interested in singing, the number of students interested in dancing, the number of students interested in both activities, and the probability of randomly selected students being interested in singing, dancing, and both activities, and the probability of students being interested in at least one of the activities. And also create presentation. Prepare your presentation using slides, poster, or kahit naman pong format. Include a brief introduction to your survey and its purpose. Ano ba yung purpose ng inyong survey? Your data collection, methods, and results. Probability calculations and interpretations. Any interesting observations or conclusions about the interest of your classmates. And present it to the class. Each group will present their findings to the class, explaining the significance of interesting events in your data. Be prepared to answer questions from your classmates. Ito po yung ating criteria for data collection. Meron po tayong 25 points, analysis 25 points, presentation 25 points, and collaboration 25 points. So, that's all for today. And always remember the Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. Thank you. Goodbye, class.
Let's give a hand for Mr. I would like to highlight some points or parts of